Up to 30,000 more military personnel could lose their jobs whoever wins the general election, a defense think tank has warned. The Royal United Services Institute, Rusi, said it was inevitable the UK's defence spending would drop below the NATO target of 2% of GDP. Its report says the combined strength of the Army, Navy, and RAF could fall from 145,000 to 115,000 by 2020. Neither the Conservatives nor Labour have committed to the NATO target. Britain currently just meets the 2% target, but the current government is committed only to continuing that until the end of this Parliament. Pessimistic but plausible. Rusi's findings are likely to increase the pressure on Prime Minister David Cameron from Conservative MPs who want a manifesto commitment to maintain the NATO target. However, the report explained that, with GDP projected to grow over the next 5 years, it means defense spending would also need to increase significantly in order to keep pace with the 2% threshold. In the context of wider austerity in public spending, such an increase is not plausible, the paper states. The government is not yet convinced that strategic security risks are high enough to justify an exemption for defense from austerity. Under the optimistic scenario whereby defense spending was ring-fenced alongside health and schools, the paper said there would still have to be cutbacks of around 15,000 across the three services. Under the report's most pessimistic, but still plausible, scenario, up to 30,000 jobs could be axed. This would be on top of the thousands of jobs that have already been axed since a restructuring of the armed forces began in 2010. The Ministry of Defense said the full-time strength of the armed forces stood at 145,690 at the start of this year. In January 2010, before the restructure, the equivalent figure was 176,600.